Hi guys, I'm Iago from Keywords Studios and welcome to Let's Lock. This is a series of video events we've created for all you video game localization enthusiasts out there. We'll have interviews, amazing insights, and we'll open up our worldwide network of studios so you can get to know what we do a little better. For this first episode in the series, we wanted to reflect a little bit on what has been a very complex year for video game enthusiasts and for localization professionals. To do so, we have Fabio Minazzi, who's Keywords Localization Service Line Director with us. He's going to bring all his experience and his take on this complicated 2020. So hi, Fabio, how are you?
Very well, thanks, Iago.
Okay, so let's begin with a broader take on the year, and maybe we can talk about localization specifically in keywords later on. So what would you say have been the biggest events of the year, and what's your take on this very complicated 2020?
Well, this is a special year for many reasons. If we look at it from the video game point of view, we've seen the launch of new platforms, virtual platforms. I mean, we're celebrating the 1 year, first year of Google Stadia, and then Amazon Luna has just launched. From the physical point of view, there are the two new consoles, Xbox Series, the PS5 being launched these days. And all this ecosystem is complemented by new subscription services being born this year, like Fortnite Crew, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, PlayStation Now, Apple Arcade, I think Ubisoft Plus and EA Play as well. So just to name a few, it's a very lively year.
As you mentioned, there's a lot of changes in the digital entertainment ecosystem. So would you want to develop a little bit on that?
Yeah, sure. When we look at what's going on in digital TV, we see that that's a very active industry as well. I mean, besides Netflix, HBO, Prime Video, large distributors of content, digital content, this year, new platforms like Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus have been launched as well. So there's a combination of more bandwidth availability, computing power, and standards that really make it possible to have, say, a real digital entertainment experience nowadays. And this is also interesting to be seen from the point of view of video games, because on one side, the interaction between TV and video games is becoming stronger. And on the other side, the kind of play anywhere habit that Nintendo has been pioneered with Switch is kind of becoming our norm nowadays.
So lots of changes, as you say, but of course, everything has changed because of COVID. So how would you say it has played a role specifically for us and for the video game industry?
Well, it's COVID is a terrible event for our society and for a lot of people around the world. And let's say it's transforming our society in ways that still we have to discover as unpredictable. But looking at video games specifically, it has somehow accelerated certain processes of virtualization, like the one we described earlier on, and also revealed new social mechanisms. For example, social distancing can be addressed or relieved by playing video games. So people actually use video games as a way of being together, even if they are separate from each other physically.
So you're talking about a new digital environment and a new society as well. So what do you think is the role of localization in this new world you're describing?
Well, this is a society that is characterized by large-scale events, I mean, COVID is one of them, but it's not the only one, and a special focus on personal experience. This means that the individuals and communities are at the center of the scene, and they expect to find some connection with the content that they are provided. So in this sense, localization is becoming ever more important and refined, I would say. And it's clear nowadays to everyone the localization is far beyond pure activity of translating and dubbing. It's actually the creation of contents that are relevant for specific audiences. So if you take, for example, any award-winning games, they're all deeply localized. I mean, recently the Golden Joystick Awards or the Game Awards games, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Fortnite, FIFA, Destiny, and I mean, the Last of Us 2, they are all deeply localized. You can't imagine a success of any of those games without thinking of a deeper and structured localization effort behind that. And this is not true only for video games, I would say, but also to the events around that. Like the 10 largest esport IPs, they also feature quite specific contents for individual communities. Think, for example, what Riot does.
Yeah, and so now let's move on to talk about Keyword Studios. What do you think this new world, this future, will bring for the company?
Well, I start by say reminding a principle which for us is pretty important. I mean, passion for content and for entertainment is what really drives and shapes our industry. So we have built the largest platform that connects developers and publishers to the best experts around the world. So this means that we can devote, and we actually do devote a lot of attention to the needs, ever evolving needs of publishers and developers alike, pioneering solutions, partnering with them, creating solutions like follow the sun localization solutions, or in-house dedicated teams and other stuff like that, and to address the needs of a very dynamic market, which is very demanding, I would say. So talking about the future, I would say the future is already here. I mean, the experience of working with hundreds of clients and seeing all their evolving needs makes us puts us in a very, very good position to provide those faster turnaround, proper quality, expected contents for community to be engaged every day with relevant contents, customized events, and promotions alike. So I would say in one word, there's very interesting times ahead.
Yeah, indeed. So I think we kind of covered a little bit of everything. Do you have any final words or any other things you would want to address?
Well, yes, one word I think deserves some attention, which is despite all the ordeals and hardships of these days, it's amazing, really amazing to see how video games can make this world a better place to live for many people. And this, I think, inspires us all in continuing the effort to connect and entertain players all around the world.
Thank you so much, Fabio. This has been great. Thank you so much for being in this first episode of Let's Lock. As I mentioned before, this is going to be a series of videos, so keep your eyes peeled because there will be more to come. Again, thanks a lot, Fabio, and have a great day.
Thanks, Iago. Bye-bye.